Hello again, everyone. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Trotec Laser Design Challenge, the 1 hour Rayjet Challenge. Miguel's
Not
highlight.
Miguel's.
My
Ours.
name is Don. I am the consumables manager here at Trotec Laser Canada. I will be your host for today alongside some very, very talented people.
And most of the days. Sorry to interrupt you, but most
Not
of
at
the days.
all. Please do anytime. Listen, that's what I'm here for. I am here to be interrupted. I talk a lot, as anyone who's watched these streams will know. He cannot be contained. Let me introduce the very talented Miguel Machado. How are you, man?
More professional today without the laser god goggles and chain, It's not with the dress shirt and I'm trying to be more focused today. Since we
Gotcha.
have
Okay.
good guests today, more professional guests from Trotec. So
Indeed.
back to you and introduce them.
I mean, yeah, let's do it. Let's not beat around the bush. We have some of Trotec's finest with us here today. Joining us from Trotec, Mexico, I will bring you both in. We have Alberto and Scarlett.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
I'll say good morning,
how
and
are
then I
you?
realized I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here with you guys.
We're so happy to have you.
So am I. I'm happy and excited.
Thank you. You honor us by being on this show. We've shown it on a few of our streams before, and I don't know. I'm sure Lev will be able to pull it up at some point during the stream here today. But anyone who is watching, if you have not had the opportunity to see the YouTube video that shows off it was the grand opening of the Mexico City showroom, was it? I might be mistaken.
No.
No, it was, yeah.
It has some incredible pieces in it that Alberto put together that are unreal. I mean, the entire team down at Trotec Mexico, from what I understand, is very, 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 very talented. But this was our first exposure to, here it is. This was our first exposure to some of Alberto's work. And there is some stuff in this video that Miguel and I have talked about trying to replicate, I don't know how many times. In particular, I mean, you can see some of the small cut there. I mean, Alberto, you should talk us through some of are there things in the showroom that you are especially proud of? Because, I mean, we could gush about some of this stuff for quite a while. That Frida Kahlo in particular is a big favorite.
Yeah, really, in Mexico, we are a team. We are some designers. I'm not alone. I was the responsible to the area. Then a lot of people was working on it. Yeah, if somebody was making a big ad, all the people of the staff are helping us. Then I'm not alone. It's a team, right?
We've always been told that. That's one of the big things that I've always heard about Trotec Mexico is everyone who works there is very talented, and that you guys seem to really gel together super well. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever have the opportunity. I would very much love to, but if you ever have the opportunity for anyone who's watching to visit their showroom, I would encourage you 1,000,000%, without even having been there in person myself. that is a level of reputation that I have heard that this showroom carries within the company. It is so impressive.
It's in the video, right? You can see it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yes, it's a really big showroom. Now we are in a new facilities. We are in a new headquarters, but now we are renewing everything. Yeah.
We will try to create more applications.
You're taking the opportunity to flex some creative muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So, what's something that because I'll tell you where I'm coming from is. I think your showroom in particular and some of the work that the team at Trotec Mexico has done with the laser is such a great representation for Trotec in particular, not just because it takes a lot of talent, but also because it just goes to show the depth with which you can do like a variety of things with lasers. Do you know what I mean? That oftentimes it's easy to get sort of stuck in that thinking of, sign makers, engravers, stamp making, et cetera, et cetera. And obviously all of those things are fantastic. There's so much talent and so many ways to express yourself through those things. But what I love about looking at the pieces that you guys have put together in Mexico is that it really goes to show how far you can push the art form if you really, really want to, how much you can do with lasers. So, I wanted to ask about, when it comes to starting a big project like that, starting something where you're sort of innovating, I mean, where do you begin? What is because we spend a lot of time talking about creative process here for Miguel and his design process. So are you starting with like pencil and paper? Are you drawing? Like what's the creative process like for you guys?
No, maybe it's in the net. Maybe searching some pictures, maybe thinking. The secret is to think not only in 2 dimensions. Maybe think about a space. Yeah, how to mix the materials, how to mix the different process in a prototype machine. Maybe it's the beginning. If it's necessary, for sure, we need to sketch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean,
I can definitely say that once Alberto sees like a picture, he just gets like excited about making it with different materials and projects.
And several times is dreaming about I need to do something different. Dreaming. Yeah. Maybe driving, maybe eating something, and thinking about how to resolve that application.
That's fantastic. I wanted to take a quick moment as well because so we've gotten to talk a little bit about Alberto's role within Trotec Mexico, but I wanted to take a quick moment to talk to Scarlett and ask about sort of your role within Trotec Mexico. What does sort of your day-to-day look like when you're not, doing live streams like this one? And, what does your sort of day-to-day role with Trotec Mexico look like?
Well, I'm actually in the marketing. I'm a pre-qualification.
Cool.
So I'm constantly speaking to customers, and then I talk.
You mute her. Yep.
Exactly. I tell Alberto, and then he gets the idea, and he develops different ideas for the customer. But basically, I'm speaking to the customers every day.
Very, very cool. No, I know exactly what you mean because I came from pre-qualification myself. That's where I got started actually with Trotec. I don't know how I ended up in the consumables role through some weird sort of strange twists and turns, but I feel very, very fortunate to be here. I think, hold on, I've got Alberto's mic muted for some reason. Okay, there we go. I think he will unmute himself if you'd like. Okay. So speaking of dreaming and speaking of big projects that use a lot of different materials and speaking of products that both exist in the 2-dimensional space and the 3-dimensional space, we've talked a little bit about this before, but this week we are doing some geometric animals. It is a huge trend online. I think that's fair to say.
Yep.
It is a big one on Etsy, where we often suggest that a lot of our customers, might want to look at if you were running a small business, one of the places you might sort of look at your competition and what else was out there. And then also, it is just a great way for my very talented panel members here to be able to express themselves and show us some of what they can do. So I know that Alberto has come to us with some ideas sort of already in place. He kind of has some ideas for an op, and he's going to be able to sort of show you his step-by-step in putting that together, I think, today. Is that, like, fair to say? Okay, perfect. And Miguel, I think Miguel is being more daring. Miguel has decided...
This is not daring. This is going back to the roots. We started like that. I'm going back to the beginning, right?
Miguel is putting on the full Rayjet challenge today and is asking for some suggestions of what you guys might like to see. So specifically, I mean, we're looking at geometric animals and geometric shapes. I'm curious if there was a particular animal or a particular,
no 80s disco dragon like flying over Toronto, please.
We did some stuff in the past. Sometimes I forget that Miguel wasn't born in the 80s. So
you forget that? Baby face, dude. I'm like 15 years old.
Yeah, I got some gray coming in the beard. That's I'm told I look wise. I was curious. Obviously, we would love anyone in the chat, as we had Lev very generously mentioning too. I mean, hello to anyone who is watching us from all around the world. We would love if you would drop us a little hello. Feel free to comment in Spanish, in French, in English, in Portuguese. We have got you covered. Any questions you want to ask as we're going along, consumables, Trotec, general questions, we're here for you. We'll try and answer you as best we can. Hello to Angela. Very happy to have you here today. Thank you so much for watching.
Spoiler alert, I'm going to do at the beginning just to show the process. Real quick, elephant, right? And then I'm gonna take the suggestions from the chat. Bumblebee or beaver. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah. So this was not. We didn't combine that. We didn't like talk beforehand. But Alberta is also gonna do an elephant, so that was kind of a cool coincidence. Right?
That was cool.
That was really cool. So, yeah, just keep going. Throw animals out there, and I'll see which one brings. I don't know.
Which one sparks joy?
That sparkles my joy. I was gonna say something way bad. It's like never mind.
I was going to ask our guests too. I mean, if you had any suggestions for a particular animal you wanted to see Miguel try and put together, then by all means, we would love any suggestions you might have. Throw him a tough one, and we'll see if we can do it. I don't know. It's going to be Lasertech mentioning the African elephant. Okay, just you guys wait until you get to see Alberto's design here in a minute. American bison is a really, really cool one. That I haven't seen you were actually just doing a bison as a demonstration for me the other day. Cerberus. Lev is so funny. So let's see.
The problem is that he chose those cool stuff out there as a joke, but I actually enjoy them, and I'm probably going to do that. And it's like, oh my God, Miguel, you're going to run out of time. It's like, well, it's your fault, not mine.
Okay. Oh, a panda, a koala. These are a lot of good suggestions.
Okay.
Tell you what, let's have Miguel. Do you want to get started on you share your screen? Maybe we'll get started and you showing some of your design process, and then I want to have Alberto show us his design that he put together really quick before anything gets started. Though, just the last little bit of housekeeping. You'll see scrolling across the bottom of the screen there is a little banner for a bit.ly link that you can visit. If you are a customer in Canada, and I'm afraid we can only offer it in Canada, unfortunately, and you visit that link, there'll just be a short little form you can fill out. We're just looking at trying to find out, a little bit more about our viewers, who they are, where they're watching from, and trying to kind of get an idea of, if you already have a laser, if you're thinking about buying a laser, who you might be. And in exchange for filling out the form, we'd be happy to give you $25 in free consumables from our online store. So that's available to you anytime, whether the stream is live or not. I hope you'll take advantage of it. We would love to get to know you a little bit better, and we'd love to reach out and get to chat with you. Okay, with that out of the way, see,
I'm gonna do entire zoo here, just so that everybody's happy.
The Mouse Reaper, a peacock. We have mystical animals.
I like boar, dude. I don't know why.
Boar's a cool suggestion, man. The boar is a cool suggestion.
Yeah, but Cerberus and peacock are harder, and it's gonna see. Lev is already
Peacocks. Yeah, peacock is cool though, because you get that opportunity with so many different feathers and layers and different things. With Alberto here, I really want to. I think. If it was possible for Miguel to feel pressure, today would be the day he would feel it, but I don't think it's actually possible. I've never seen it happen. Okay, so tell you what, Miguel, if you want to share your screen, we can start our hour timer here, and we can kind of get going. Just for the record, too, for Alberto and for Scarlett, it is an hour timer, but once you've got it in the laser, you're set. That counts. Don't we're talking an hour for design time. We can't control how long the laser takes to cut. It's not very long necessarily, but the fact of the matter is, if you're doing a lot of different layers for something like this, or a lot of different colors, it can be a lot of processing time. So all that's really important is we just want to see that design side of things. You know what I mean? How are you putting the file together and that sort of thing? How are you doing the inlays or doing the building? And then, outside of that, don't worry too much about the 1 hour thing. That's mostly because we want to make Miguel sweat. He's taking off his jewelry. Oh no. Okay,
let's go.
Okay, so let's go. Miguel, do you want to share your screen and we can get started?
Sure. So, sharing my screen, tons of stuff. There's a lot of tabs here. Please don't mind that. I'm not gonna put geometry. Elephants. I was looking at it 5 minutes ago, but animals, right? So, I believe there are some ways where you can do that. It could be completely polygon shaped with triangles and squares. Sometimes you see those half and half kind of thing that I think this is amazing for illustrations. And I also saw a type of geometric animal that people do with curved circles and bevels, things like that. but I'm not really finding here. Right? But anyway, this is easier than you would think to make something like that, polygon shaped, especially if you were always thinking like doing triangles, right?
Mm.
Think about you do the outer shape and you do inside triangles, and eventually you're gonna get there. That's how I did the moose. If you guys saw the neons that we just released 2 weeks ago, Lev, was that it? Yeah, 2 weeks ago we put the YouTube
Our
video.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, on YouTube channel, and the moose was done like that. I just picked up a moose picture and started like drawing on top of it, right? What? Do you want me to show that? Okay. So he wants me to show that. So let me stop sharing the screen.
Yeah,
Yep.
flip around. There he is.
I'm gonna glue that to a wall, some wall. I don't know exactly which one. There's like this is a layered one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Okay. But this was pretty easy to design. To cut, then that was an entire different challenge. But okay, back to it. And to show you guys how simple, might not be that easy, but it is simple. It is. I'm gonna do one here. So I'm gonna look for geometric elephant.
Make sure you spell it right. You're on stream.
Wait, is there a way to?
You're perfect.
Okay.
I'm just trying to psych you out. It's not working.
Please don't do that. Okay. Actually, this is a pretty good example. You see, you have an overall shape, and then you start like building inside of it.
Mhm.
And you can do in multiple ways, in my opinion, how to make the cut lines. The one that I like is you can do a stroke line inside of it, and then you can make everything become a shape, and then you transform all the shapes into cut lines. So it goes real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna do an elephant. Let's see, elephants. Ooh, pretty cool. This one is a good silhouette, right? So copy, Illustrator, open a file. It'll take some seconds. It's over. All right, so we have our picture here. Ctrl-2 to lock it. Why am I locking that? What's that do? Locking that so that I don't like move it or anything like that. Change this.
Move an elephant. They're very heavy.
Yeah, exactly. So put the stroke, and so we begin. Now,
Miguel,
yes,
while you start tracing the outline of the elephant,
yeah,
I'm going to really quickly hop over to Alberto
please do.
because I would want to maybe let him get started. I was hoping maybe we could chat with him really quickly about the design that he's going to be doing today.
Go ahead.
Sort of his basic, his sort of either his research or the original file, however he'd like to sort of show it to us, and then we'll come sort of back and forth between the two of you if that's okay, so that you guys can both be working in tandem.
Just a question. Do you want me to stop sharing my screen?
Sure. We'll pop over. Maybe we'll have Alberto share his screen.
No, it's because I'm gonna change to go directly to Illustrator instead of my whole PC screen. Okay. So
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
gonna start sharing.
Sure.
I'm gonna go back here and put just the Illustrator window. So anytime they want to pop it back, you have it there. Okay.
Will do. Thank you, brother. Alberto, I'm gonna pop over to your screen if that's okay.
Okay.
Let me see here. I will pop Miguel out, and I will pop Alberto in. There we are. You guys can see all the secret conversation happening in the background. So I'm curious, Alberto, where did you? I know Miguel sort of mentioned you were also thinking geometric elephant. Where did you start your design? Where did you kind of get your inspiration?
I don't know why Miguel chose an elephant. Yeah, was my idea.
It's a ripoff. Listen.
A friend of mine just asked. A friend of mine just asked for an elephant. I asked my friends, like, "Do you guys want a geometric animal to hang on your wall?" And they're like, "Yeah." So what animal? An elephant. I was like, "Cool. I'm gonna do an elephant." That was just a coincidence.
Okay.
They're gonna watch the stream and they'll be like, "Oh, but could you get us one of those elephants that Alberto made because his was his was cool."
That always happens to me. Emmy, I know you're there.
So this style of sort of, you've kind of gone straight to the silhouette in this case. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. I love this because it's so iconic. You know what I mean? It's like it's instantly recognizable. You know exactly what the animal is. You know exactly what the silhouette is. It's kind of we talk about this a lot, but you can recognize that silhouette right away. You know exactly what it is, kind of thing. You don't have to, you can sort of build on that.
Yeah, I want to do an elephant, but I prefer a family of elephants.
Cool.
Of elephants, right? Because I don't know. For me, maybe elephants are like unity, like strong and intelligence, right?
Yeah.
And I prefer to do all family, the father, the mother, and a baby elephant too.
Perfect.
Yeah. Can I start with it?
Yeah, please.
In this case, I choose a silhouette because I don't want colors. I don't want textures. I only I'm interested only in a silhouette, right? In this case, I choose this one.
Cool.
I only have to do flat lines or not curves. Yeah. Why? Because it's geometrical, right?
Right. Well, that
Okay,
actually, it's actually
yeah.
almost. Is that easier, or is that actually more? Well, I should hold off because I'll be interested to watch the workflow, and that'll kind of help me to understand.
No, it's really easy. It's just thinking in lines. I don't need curves, right?
Right.
It's like a kid draw or kid sketch. Then I need only to put these lines
Yeah.
around the shape of the elephant.
Yeah, it's funny because Miguel. So because Miguel is kind of doing a similar thing from a different technique. It's like
Yeah.
Is there any sort of specific thought to how you're designing the shapes, Miguel, or are you just sort of building them to represent the bigger, like the things that are the masses that are sort of already there in the elephant?
I mean, there is a thing that I'm thinking about, but how do you explain that in vectors? So when you're learning how to draw, one of the things that you have to understand is the planes, right? When you want to see where light hits and like moves and stuff like that around your face or your body or anything like that, so you can give the 3D illusion, the person that is seeing the drawing, right? And same thing here. So I can take a look and I know this part of the tie, for instance, is closer to me, so I know it has to be a little bigger. You know, anything that is below that has to be a little like smaller. So I can give that illusion of 3D space, even though it's going to be completely 2D.
It's like sculpture in a way. You're like picking out the different like planes and sides and pieces of something.
Yeah, for instance, I don't know if the camera is on me right now. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing the eye. The eye has a shape, right? This eye, even though it's all pixelated, it has like a shape. So I will try to make this, like an illusory kind of eye here, and everything around it will kind of give me the vibe of. So I'm gonna do another kind of triangle here, and see how it's like giving depth to the eye. If I keep doing this, let me go back to my line. If I keep doing this, it's kind of building up on the eye, right? And it's making the eye smaller and feels like it's more inside the overall shape.
Mm-hmm.
So popping them back here. And I don't know if you can see that. Basically, you go doing your stuff. I actually want to make this a little bit more simple, otherwise it's going to take forever. So
You're not. I mean, it's not like we're on a time limit or anything. Lev asked a question here in the background that I was going to pop up exactly. He beat me to it. So he was asking if there's sort of, working from either a silhouette or from a picture like Miguel, if there's one that would be sort of easier to do or one that would be preferable, I imagine it's kind of a stylistic choice. I mean, Alberto, can I ask why you chose to work from a silhouette as opposed to from a photo?
Yeah, I can. I choose a silhouette only. I don't want to take care about textures or nothing else. I only need the silhouette. Then I choose this photo because it's easiest for me.
Yeah, makes sense. You're mostly worried about like communicating the ideas cleanly and like as strongly as possible, kind of, right? Not letting anything because I think like in the end you're probably going to come up with a very similar sort of final product, but the way is unique to sort of the way that you're choosing to build it, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
No, sorry, go ahead, please.
It's a different way, but this is at the end will be some similar to Miguel's elephant.
Because there's an elephant in your.
I mean, I am curious, Miguel, like why you chose to go with a photo as opposed to just like a silhouette. Is it specifically so you can kind of get the vector shapes that are built from the planes of the actual animal?
I don't know about Alberto's background, but it's basically my art background and like the way I like to draw things and paint, and I prefer real life stuff to see light, shadow, and how do they work. The universe, magnets, and sorry, just say that. IPC for anybody that knows that was very.
Oh no. So Lev sort of conjectures that probably the silhouette allows Alberto. I mean, you mentioned more random, but I think it allows Alberto to be able to choose however he wants to build the shapes. Whereas Miguel's, because they're based specifically off the planes and the shadows on the elephant, right? They are maybe a little bit more like true to life, but they are a little bit probably more complex and difficult to make. So Alberto, when you're making something like this, I assume you're going to cut around the exterior of the design at the end. Would you make this cut line like a cut line size right in the beginning, or when you're designing something like this, do you keep it nice and thick so that you can sort of work with it and figure out,
Yeah, I prefer to see the tick of the line.
Yeah.
Since the beginning, because I need to I will cut it on acrylic. Then if it's really thin, maybe will be damaged by the laser.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, and I ask too, because when I design anything, I like having that big chunky line as well. It just helps me to for whatever reason to have sort of a clearer understanding of the piece that I'm working with, sort of thing. So it's reassuring for me to see you working with the big chunky stroke line. That makes me feel like, I know a little bit of what I'm doing. So do you have a particular thought process going into how you want to build the shapes and triangles inside the elephant, or are you going to just sort of build and make decisions as you go, kind of thing?
No, I will search for the angles. In the red line, I got some angles. Then I will search it for it. Yeah, maybe.
That's exactly it.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's a very simple process. It's a very simple
process. Just putting lines, drawing angles or maybe squares.
So
it's really easy.
Looking for kind of a place that makes sense for them to start and end on each one.
So I want to show something here.
Please.
So you see this? I'm in the wireframe on Illustrator right now, right? So you see the separation here from his ear to his thigh. Now, if I start putting polygons here, it won't be that nice, right? So I have also to work with negative space to make sure that things look cool enough. This is not it. Cool enough that I can keep doing polygons without losing the shape that I want, right? So in this case, I'm actually gonna leave this close here, maybe here. And this part, I'm gonna try and leave it like open, like this. This would be like an open shape, let's say.
Okay.
Why? Just because I want the ear to have some kind of freedom.
Breathing room.
Yeah, breathing room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause if too much of it is shapes, you sort of lose the
Mhm.
you lose the fact that it's the ear, and it just becomes all, random. It becomes the shape that I would design. Oh, see, Alberto, already this is looking fantastic. And yeah, it's like in a similar way to Miguel's, but similar and different at the same time. Like you can still get the overall shape, like the textural shape of the animal, but oh wow, that's really, really cool. Sorry, I just get lost in watching you guys work. So Lev was asking from the back end, Alberto, and I wanted to pass this question along. Can you explain how you got the double lines from the single stroke? Is it a stroke that you made, or was there a technique that you used?
No, it's only a stroke. Look that. If I have a stroke, I only. Okay, coral is in Spanish. Sorry.
That's fine.
It's something like convert a line into an object, something like that.
Or into a shape or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. In this menu, then if I choose this option, it's not a line anymore. It's an object. It's a shape.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really easy.
So you did it in strokes first, and then converted the strokes into objects, into smart objects, and like into a shape, and then that give you the. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really easy.
That's scary for those who like don't know how to make this, but it's really easy. A little bit like it's not simple. It's gonna be a little bit complex if you want like a good shaped animal, but it is easy.
Well, you know what I like about this technique too, and I'm interested to hear your guys' feedback on it. But could you almost make this? You can make this as complex or as simple as you want, really, right? I mean, because you can always add more detail if you want to, but Alberto's just with 10 or 20 individual shapes for each elephant completely sells the full piece. Whereas, if you wanted to go to the extra added detail of Miguel's, you can do that, but they both fully say elephant, right? At that point, it's about how you want to design the piece.
In this case, I think you're doing a multi-layered, right, Alberto? I mean, you're doing different colors.
No,
right?
no, it's just one. It was a picture and then the vectors.
No, I mean, on the application, when you finish the design, you're gonna use different colors, right?
Yeah, for sure. For job control, remember that.
Yeah.
I will put.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. When I make the shapes, I break apart the triangles. Yeah, at the end. Remember that this was a line, right?
Mm.
And I convert to a shape. And then I have two lines, and automatically is only triangles, right?
That's cool.
I break apart to put this part first in your control. Then I will put the blue one. Then I put at the end the green one.
Oh, that's going to be really cool. Okay, so I have to ask, and I don't know if you've given this any thought, but for the colors that you choose for the inside of your design, Alberto, was there any particular reason you picked the colors or materials that you did, or was it just about like these are some of my favorites, or I'm picking these because of the subject matter? Like, what was your inspiration for picking the colors that you do?
No. In this moment, it's only for the order of job control. right?
Okay.
Then maybe I would choose. I have some materials right here. I have a pink one, an orange one, and purple one.
Okay.
Then is maybe
Come up here.
cool colors, right?
Yeah, they're beautiful. That's what I was wondering. Like these colors, the pink, the purple, the green. Did you pick these for any particular reason, or were they just like, oh, these were some of my favorites, or I thought these would be good for the application?
No, maybe it's because I need to do
Contrast?
a vitral. ¿Cómo se llama vitral?
Mosaic? I don't know how to call it. You know, when it's a glass and you paint it with different colors,
Oh,
like when
like
you see them on churches.
yeah, like a stained glass.
It's stained glass, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And it's a frame, maybe for putting it on the wall, hang it on the wall,
Or on the window and have
That's
the
all.
sun come through it, kind of thing, like on a.
maybe in a window, right?
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, I need to start because I have only a half hour. I need to start putting my Speedy 100.
Please, yeah, absolutely. And we should mention Alberto's going to be using a Speedy 100. That is the machine that he has sort of next to him there on the table. And I'm kind of excited to get to show a Speedy. I mean, obviously the Rayjet is probably my favorite machine, Miguel's favorite machine, but we don't often get to work with the Speedies here. So I'm excited to get to talk about some of the little, differences between the two. I had a question here from Laser Tech. Asking Miguel about, would tracing the photo be any faster, or would it take more time to edit the trace rather than to just draw the strokes, right on top? Because you could do
No,
like Illustrator live trace kind of deal, I suppose.
definitely not. I mean, if you want quality and if you want like sharp corners and all this stuff, it took me 15 minutes, 20 minutes to do all this, and it was really, really fast. I mean, that's my preference, right? I have quick fingers with the mouse and Illustrator and all this stuff. So
Humble brag.
yeah, it's not humble brag, but like it's like people that works with the what's the name of that thing? The stylus, right?
Yeah.
I cannot do that. Like I know people that can do this in the stylus in like 5 minutes, but I cannot because I don't have the same experience with the stylus that I have like mouse, and the pen tool and things like that. So it's kind of second nature to me. However, to live trace it, it's nah. I don't think so.
No, I hear you.
Like,
I mean, Amy is a big proponent of the live trace, right? So, for some of the objects she does, they might be a good fit for the live trace. But for something like this, Lev was asking if you did the same process of going from your stroke lines into shapes in Illustrator, or if you're literally just using your strokes kind of thing.
wait, I'm sorry, what? Let me see the question.
So Alberto converted the strokes that he used into like objects, like into shapes in Corel. Your design here, is it still just stroke lines, like just pen tool lines, or did you convert them into another format?
I went back and forth like twice. So it was initially a stroke line that I went to object, expand appearance actually, and then I expanded everything to become shapes, and then I transformed the shapes back to a stroke line because I gotta cut everything in one shape, right? So they're all connected. There's no separation. So that's how you do it.
So are the two of you both worried at all about kerf when you're doing something like this? This might be a silly question, but because Alberto, you're going to be doing so many colors that you're inlaying, are you worried about getting, the perfect spacing to make sure that all your colors fit in the silhouette of the design, or is that sort of already taken care of by the laser settings?
Sorry?
Well, when you're wanting to fit the colors into the different parts of the elephant, how are you measuring them to make sure that they all fit perfectly in the triangles, that the inlay is really, really snug and fits good?
It's something really important. Trotec have a really perfect cutting machine. I need only a gap. I need to put only a gap. The laser beam in Speedy 100 is okay, for us it's in millimeters, right?
Right.
It's 0.18, 0.18 millimeters
Okay.
thing. Then I need to put a gap,
So that
putting,
it'll.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So it's kind of like a contouring thing, like a little tiny gap at the around the exterior of all the shapes to make sure that they all kind of squeeze in just right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only a little gap.
Miguel,
all.
are you going to do something kind of similar? Are you? I guess you're not worried necessarily about. You're just going to cut out the elephant, right, and maybe move on to a second design.
Yep. That's
Gotcha. You only got about 23 minutes left, brother. Alberto, I love this design. It's really, really great. I can't wait to see it finished. You guys can see the Speedy 100 there. There it is. I love that machine. I will say, like, we spent a lot of time with the Rayjet. Obviously, we really love the Rayjet. I want you guys to know that just because the Speedy 100 is technically like in the Speedy line, you can think of it kind of one of two ways. The Rayjet really is just kind of a smaller Speedy, or the Speedy really is just kind of a big Rayjet. I mean, realistically, the Speedy has a little bit more speed, hence the name. And it has a little bit more sort of options when it comes to different laser powers, things of that nature. The Speedy also has the option to get a fiber optic laser in there for engraving metal, stuff like that. But in terms of the engraving quality that you're going to get, in terms of the engraving speed sort of overall that you're going to get, obviously the Speedy is going to be the same basic thing, but just ratchet up, sort of one step. They're all going to be just about the same. Like kind of the core, the guts of what makes the laser happen in Trotec machines is going to be pretty similar across all of our machines. The Rayjet is a little bit special because it has a different type of tube than the Speedy does. But that would be something that I would definitely want to talk to your salesperson about, because I am not the most knowledgeable there. But I just want you to know that no matter what size of Trotec that you get, you're still getting the same quality level. As you get into the bigger machines, you're going to get faster and you're going to get more powerful lasers. But realistically, the overall quality, the engraving, the cutting, that sort of thing is going to stay constant throughout. That's something we're really, really proud of. You can see Miguel there lurking over the Rayjet like a kid at Christmas. Very excited, watching that laser move around. You can see him smiling. There's his shoulder under the logo.
And making sure that I don't blow anything.
Oh, cool. Here's the 100. Ooh. We never get to see this. This is so good.
We usually work more with Speedies than with Rayjets. The thing is that we sell more Rayjets here.
I would like if we could do more work with the Speedy, Scarlett, to be honest with you. But the reason we started working with the Rayjet was sort of twofold. The biggest one was that it's basically on Miguel's desk. So we wanted to do a special stream with a 1-hour challenge, and the easiest way for us, because our showroom, Miguel's getting ambitious, everyone. We're looking at peacocks. Uh-oh. Lev is rolling over in his desk. We mostly do our laser demos and stuff. All of our Speedies are in our showroom, which just because of coincidence happens to be in the next room over from where Miguel's desk is. So because the Rayjet was right next to him in the room, and because he kind of has materials there and all that sort of stuff, it became the Rayjet challenge. The second thing, because
Pure
coincidence. What's that?
Pure coincidence. We never meant to do the Rayjet challenge. It was just because it was near me, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to go to the showroom. That's why we chose the Rayjet.
Well, this was the thing, is we realized, look, we love working with the Rayjet. It's probably what Miguel uses the most for prototyping and doing little test projects. But the other thing was, there was no way we were going to be able to do a 1-hour challenge where Miguel had to run into the next room every time he had to use the laser. Because at the end of the he would be in great shape, but, especially
1 hour
for
athletic challenge, right?
We would have to start pausing the clock every time Miguel had to change rooms. Which level of the design are we cutting out on the 100 right now? Is it the red line or the green line, the blue line?
We're actually cutting the frame because we're gonna It's going to be a frame of the elephants, and then we're going
Okay.
to put colors. So we're actually, right now, it's cutting the red line.
Oh, very cool. Okay. You'll show us when it comes out of the machine?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited. Miguel?
How do we have only 25 minutes, dude? Like, are you sure? We started the thing with like
for a little while now, brother. I mean, like, listen,
started
don't
17
worry.
minutes
Just get
and
the design done. It doesn't need to get in that. We can post the picture of the finished peacock. I was about to ask you,
I'm
what
gonna
on
finish
earth
this.
were you thinking doing a peacock? My dude, I'm so impressed. But like, this is you are undertaking a mission here. I mean, look, you're almost already around the entirety of the silhouette already. I'm pretty impressed. Your elephant's coming together nicely. Man, this feels super. Guys, I feel like high tech right now. Lev is helping me to cut between different cameras. I'm jumping all over the place. And as I say that, we stop jumping. Hold on.
Brown, right? So
No, thank you so much for. If it was you who suggested the peacock, I'll have to scroll back up. Whoever suggested the peacock, what a great suggestion. I believe it was you, and thank you so much for watching. I wanted to mention again really quick, we don't have the banner running right now. Maybe I'll pull it back up here, but I wanted you guys to know, if you weren't watching in the beginning, we've started a new program with the 1 hour challenge where if you would like to get $25 in free Trotec consumables, and you're a customer in Canada, I'm afraid we can only offer it in Canada right now. But if you're interested in $25 of free consumables, you can visit the little bit.ly link that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen there. If you do, it'll ask you to fill out just some basic personal information. So name, basically like, do you already have a laser? Are you considering a laser? That sort of thing. The reason we're asking you to do that is we're really interested in the laser experience of the people who are watching our streams. So we can sort of tailor the content going forward. Is it something where we want to work towards talking about techniques for somebody who's newer to laser? Is it more people who already have lasers and we can maybe scale up the difficulty a little bit, that sort of thing? We just wanted to get a little bit of an idea of who it was that was watching our streams. And so based on that, if you'd be willing to take the time to fill out that little survey, we would very, very much appreciate it. And we'd be happy to give you $25 in free materials for doing that and taking the time. Miguel, that elephant looks like it's coming along really well, brother. What material did you decide to cut that from? It looks like it's from a wood. Is that eco?
Yeah, no. This thing is birch.
Birch? Okay, cool. We'll have to check it out when it comes out. I should really quickly, while we're all cutting, I will share my screen. How about that? And I will pop over here to, bam, the Trotec Consumables site, because I wanted to just quickly take the time to show you guys. We have the Troglass Neon currently on our main focus here. There may even be a special deal coming up on the Neon, so definitely stay tuned. This was what Miguel used for that 4-layer mousse that he showed you at the beginning of the video, and you can see it all sort of layered here together. The Neons are a really cool acrylic. You can get there right from the banner and check it all out here. But if you're interested in checking out all the other acrylics, they're all just here in our little acrylic window. Listen, I spend a lot of time on this website, guys, so I'm going to take a minute here and just really brag. We also have the pastels that are going to be coming back in stock pretty soon. I want to let you all know that they are on their way, and all the cool back orders of those will be going out soon. They are very, very popular. Miguel was talking about using one of our woods. I believe he's probably got a veneered wood, Miguel. Have you got a veneered wood?
Yeah.
These are all our different veneered woods. He figures he's using the birch, which is right here, but you can definitely take your pick from 6 different colors. And then also, really quickly, I wanted to show you guys some of our bright colored, let's see here, because what you saw Alberto and Scarlett using, I believe, is very likely our color gloss, and these come in. It is right.
Yeah. Color gloss.
Whew, I get to keep my job. Phew. Okay, so these come in all sorts of different colors. They're really, really beautiful. I mean, I'm never going to be able to make them look as good as Alberto will in his design here. But if you're interested in doing something similar to what Alberto and Scarlett are doing, you can check out the Troglass Color Gloss here, along with all of our other materials and all the different tabs and tools here. We've got, fun accessories. We've got little news articles and all sorts of cool stuff for you guys to check out. So I really encourage you to check out the site. As Lev mentioned there in the comment, it is www.engraving-supplies.ca for Canada, or you can just visit trotecmaterials.com, and it'll help to filter you out to whichever is your local Trotec if you're not from Canada. So thank you. This has been Don's Material Hour. I now return you to your regularly scheduled program. I wanted to ask actually really quick while I'm on the subject, Alberto or Scarlett, would you happen to know the website for materials in Mexico off the top of your head?
Yeah, it's well in Spanish is Trotec Materiales o Materiales para Láser. You can search it or in Spanish puedes buscar así y encuentras o directamente en la página de Trotec Láser o directly in Trotec Láser.
That's perfect. Thank you, Alberto. That's awesome. Man, I'm going to start having to announce my stuff in both my languages to try and sound. That sounded really impressive. I'm going to. Bonjour et bienvenue à Trotec. Listen, two can play at this game. Okay, so Miguel, what I learned is I can't do math because you have another 23 minutes now.
Oh, see?
Yeah, that's my bad.
You really can't do math.
No, I can't. But I got you motivated to work quickly on your. That's great, man. Wow, that's fantastic.
Right. I mean, this camera is a little bit laggy.
That's beautiful, man.
All right. Now,
It's really nice, Miguel.
thank you.
It's really nice, yeah.
Time for the peacock.
Well, I want you guys to keep in mind too that anything you see, it's cool that Alberto and Scarlett are working with a Speedy too, because it goes to show another great aspect of a project like this, which is it's really scalable. I mean,
this is a shitty part.
You could take that same elephant design and do it on a machine that was 6 times larger. I mean, if you did it on a Speedy 400, for example, you could do the same basic idea and create the same, basic design, but just in a much, much larger size. And you could still use the same file kind of thing, right? Doug had a thank you for using metric. Lets me understand better. Really appreciate that, brother. Really appreciate that.
Well, I'm cutting on a 1/32 of an inch birchwood balsa. Yes, 1/32 of an inch.
Yep.
Why do anybody uses that kind of system to measure anything?
It's tough, man. Listen, it's just one more challenge for you during this 60 minutes.
It's already hard enough to speak in English, design, and then it's crazy. And you're like,
that's a great question. Thomas asked about the Trotec Academy in Canada. There is absolutely a Trotec Academy, and I was absolutely going to talk about it. So I really appreciate you mentioning it. Your check is in the mail. So Miguel is the main trainer and sort of mastermind behind the Trotec Academy. He is as much fun to work with and be trained by as you would imagine from watching these streams. He's also as talented as he seems on these streams. So if you guys are ever at all interested in learning a particular technique, if you already have a laser, or if you're looking at your first laser, I mean, you are going to get 2 free hours of training with Miguel for free with your laser to kind of go over all the basics, make sure you're starting off on the right foot. Here are some of Lev's home movies here, this elephant. I heard that laugh. I got him, guys. I got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. But you can absolutely reach out to us at academy@troteclaser.ca. We would be really excited to hear about any technique that you'd like to get trained on. If you have questions that have to do with, you're having trouble with a particular material setting, or you're having trouble figuring out the best technique to use in a particular piece of software.
Or you just want to do things faster.
Yeah, if you just want to learn how to optimize, I mean, that is one thing that Miguel has in his background a lot. I mean, Miguel, I know you're in the middle of working on the Peacock, so I'm trying to speak to the Academy for you, but I mean, do you have a little elevator pitch for the Academy? If someone was just hearing about the Academy, what would they expect from you?
God, why are you doing that to me?
I knew it. I shouldn't kick Miguel in the middle of drawing a peacock. Well, listen, you guys, we're going to have some new and exciting announcements coming up in the coming months for the Academy. We won't spoil them now, but we're doing some really, really cool stuff in the background. I will not steal Miguel's thunder. You guys should absolutely reach out to him. If there's anything you want to know on a Trotec, he is your man. And realistically, we may not have all the talent of the team at Trotec Mexico, but people like Miguel and Lev, I mean, we have a really great and talented team here in Canada. So you ever have a question, anything we can do for you, I hope you won't hesitate to reach out. Oh, that's a great question. So Lev was asking here in the background about whether they do training for customers in Mexico. Alberto or Scarlett, is that something that the team in Trotec Mexico offers to customers? Do you guys do seminars with customers for training, or do you do training on site at a customer, anything like that? Is that something that that you guys offer?
Yeah, each month we have one seminar, but for the moment, about COVID-19, it's really hard to have a lot of people here at
Yeah.
the headquarters, right? But maybe as soon as possible, we have the next seminar for it's called like
The training,
We used to get like 10 customers at the time, and we used to
work with different materials. We use most of our customers already knew how to design, so it was like already a design, and then we just only cut and engrave. We used to make like words. We used to use the combination of laser and sandblast.
Okay.
Yeah, on ceramic. It was really cool. And we used to also put like paint on different, like on coffee cups. So that was one of the
Cool.
applications. Yeah, it was a whole day. So our customers were able to take back home their applications, and they were like writing down all the notes and everything. So as soon as they get back, they used to send us like pictures of the different applications they created
That's cool.
during the it was really cool.
I think there was some of the video of some of those classes in the video, the sort of showroom video that we watched at the start of the stream, I think. Or I'm sure I saw some customers making coffee cups and things.
yeah, combining laser and sandblast.
Oh, cool.
Sunglasses.
You guys have a sandblasting machine?
Yeah. It's really cool. It's really nice to combine both.
That is really, really cool.
Yeah. For the moment we have no seminars, but a lot of people is waiting for it.
Yeah, we're in sort of a similar boat here in Canada. We're looking at hopefully in the next few weeks, maybe doing a day of laser demos. So definitely keep an eye out for that. We would love to be able to come to customers locally right now, but obviously that's not, really possible, both for our safety and yours. And, we have a lot of respect and we care a lot about our customers, obviously, everywhere in the world. So what we're thinking about doing, and we'll have more, sort of details going forward, but I think we're going to do a day of online laser demos just like this. So we'll be demoing, one of our speed marker machines, one of our large format machines, our Rayjet machine, very likely with the very talented Miguel. And you'll be able to tune in. We'll send you a schedule for when that's all happening, and we'll have the videos posted to YouTube after as well, so you can rewatch them. But it'll be a chance for you guys to kind of get a laser demo and ask questions without having to leave the comfort of your home or your business or your business at home. Thomas was asking, are there any in Europe, and would Miguel visit us? Would Miguel visit Europe? Let's ask Miguel. Miguel, would you visit Europe? Putting you on the spot.
You're gonna make me cry. I was supposed to, but COVID. Yes.
COVID. Me
Exactly.
too. Was gonna get to go to Austria this year. I was gonna have some training at the HQ.
Exactly. I'm crazy to go to Belgium. I want to see what made Jean-Claude Van Damme Jean-Claude Van Damme. The Muscles from Brussels.
You're gonna tell me we're sending Miguel to training in Antarctica. Listen, Lev, Russia has Siberia. We can. We don't have to spend the money to send him to Antarctica. It's funny you mentioned that though, Thomas, because I think.
I thought you were going to talk about Jean-Claude Van Damme, but
Well, I was going to ask you about Jean-Claude Van Damme, but I realized what I should have done in that very, very first stream. In our very first stream, for anybody who wasn't there, we asked Miguel to do a coaster based on 80s and pets. And that was a curveball to throw Miguel. What I should have done clearly was do 90s and pets, because Jean-Claude Van Damme is one of the most 90s references. I don't think that guy's done anything since about 1996.
He had an Amazon series, I think, was I forgot now, but it was so funny. Jean-Claude Van Johnson, I think. It's like
Great.
a parody of his own life.
It sounds great. I will check it out. A question about seminars in Australia. Actually, Trotec Australia is very, very talented. They have a great team there as well. They are at the forefront of some of our marketing movements. You should definitely, yes, thank you, Lev. So as Lev mentions here in the chat, they have a big operation in Australia. Absolutely reach out to them. I'm sure COVID is going to be putting a weird sort of damper on things, but they are really savvy down there. I'm sure they'll be able to figure something else out for you. Okay, I'm very excited to see this piece come out of the 100 here. There's absolutely no pressure, you guys, except we are watching.
No pressure, eh?
Ba-da.
Hey, I'm not finished.
That looks great already.
This is a frame. Now we're gonna cut different colors so we can put them
Like in the blank spaces.
Oh, that's exciting. That looks so good, you guys. That looks fantastic.
Look at that.
I love the way you chose to have the solid frame, but then have the elephant sort of bursting out from either end. What a cool way to do it. That's fantastic. Alberto, that looks awesome. Okay, I don't want to stop you. You get started on, you cut your colors. You do your thing. We've only got, roughly about 15 minutes left, you guys. 15, 20 minutes at most, if I'm not paying close attention, let's just say. Miguel, how are you doing on your peacock, brother? How's it going?
Wait a second. I literally just finished. Let me take this out of here and the layers. Should have done this before. There we go. So this is the overall, this is the overall shape that I'm gonna cut, but there's a catch.
Okay. I'm ready. Hit me.
So I'm gonna inlay different colors of acrylic inside here. Damn. Why are you looking at me like that?
That
What?
sound you heard was Lev's soul leaving his body.
The hammering has to come back, right? Like, what is a Rayjet stream without a hammer? It's a Rayjet stream.
It's a Rayjet stream with a hammer is a Rayjet stream with no camera.
True that. Okay. What?
That looks great, man. You know what? It gives me you can sense, you almost get a sense of motion from it. Like, to me, it almost looks like someone swirling like a dress in like a dance. It looks very much in movement. You know what I mean? Wow. No, I can absolutely see what you were talking about earlier when you were talking about being able to use the different like planes to indicate shape and movement and stuff like that, like with the elephant. This looks really great, man. You guys can see the Speed 100 hard at work. As you can see, a little bit quicker than the Rayjet. I mean, same basic idea, but definitely quicker. I mean, thus the name Speed, right? I mean,
Yeah. Okay. I gotta find.
it's pretty quick. It's pretty fast.
This blue here would be nice.
Are we picking colors?
Yes, I am picking colors.
Curious. You see Miguel going into the fun tickle trunk here in the corner.
Okay. Are you guys just seeing my screen or what?
Yep. Which one do you want? Do you want the one on the laser or you want the one on you?
On me.
I'm the mastermind. I'm in control. Beautiful.
Okay.
Really nice.
So this is going to be the base of the peacock. Why are you doing that, Miguel? Well, because peacocks are cool. Let me stop here.
Peacocks are cool. Underrated animal, I would say. Underrated overall. Bit of a show off, but nothing wrong with that. It's a bit of a
See, that's why I like Thomas. He's like, I'm gonna troll all your webcasts. Sure, bro. Like, I'm definitely gonna give you a call.
Yes, Thomas, when we're in Brussels, we absolutely will come to visit you because you have some of the coolest work. I would love, if you guys haven't watched the video that we did with Thomas a few weeks ago, you can find it on our YouTube channel. It was one of our Laser Jam sessions. It was the one where I hosted. Yeah, I only throw that out there just, that's a little flex. It's fine. You should absolutely check out what Thomas does. Check out his Instagram. I mean, you'll see all of the cool work he does in that video. I'm hoping Lev will be able to pull up his Instagram here really quick. Yes, here it is. Okay, enchanté. I wanted to show it to you guys in text at the same time I say it, so it didn't sound too, but Thomas does incredible, these really cool pieces from, principally from wood that combine sort of like Celtic inspirations and Gothic inspirations. I mean, Thomas is such a talented guy. You guys should absolutely check him out. I wanted to have a quick shout out to Marco, who comments that they're watching from Morelia, Mexico. Very happy to have you here, Marco. Alberto and Scarlett are representing Mexico in a beautiful, beautiful way. Once again, unfortunately, Miguel and I, well, at very least me, getting blown out of the water. Dude, this peacock.
I cannot host like you can, dude.
No, not at all. This peacock, dude, is beautiful. I was saying before, you had your headphones off for a second, but I was saying before, I can absolutely understand what you were talking about when you were doing the lines on top of the elephant. We were talking about creating a sense of like volume just using the shapes. Like the peacock, you can see the sort of motion that's implied in the feathers, like in the tail, just based on the way that you drew those larger stroke lines and stuff. I want to bring up your screen here so I can watch some of the work that you're doing. So this is the thing you were telling us about before, right? Where you're breaking things into shapes and then back to stroke.
Exactly. So yeah,
that is a lot of anchor points, my dude.
Yeah, and I made a mistake before because this peacock is probably gonna take longer than the wave standard.
Just have to get in the laser, brother. Okay, everyone. Scarlett is inlaying the pink into the elephant.
So actually, no, this is gonna take 4 minutes. What? It's weird. So.
Oh, this already looks so cool. This is probably my favorite use of acrylics. You get this sort of, it's just me personally, but this sort of stained glass approach, this is probably my favorite. We have a version of this in a stained glass style window that we did here in Canada that I very much love, but I really, really like this application that you guys have done here too. This is so cool.
Okay.
It's so funny that you guys both chose elephants. I don't know how that happened, but
they were thinking of the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah. You connected to some sort of shared inspiration, some shared energy. Yes. There's the stained glass here in Canada. That's very talented. Anthony Gibson did for us 2 or 3 years ago now. Around the passing of Gord Downey. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece. There he is. There's your boy. So I wanted to ask, in terms of if someone were going to be visiting your Mexico showroom, you guys are both working so hard. I always feel so bad to be asking you guys questions during this time where you're all scrambling to get things done. If someone was going to be visiting the Mexico showroom, what is that experience like for someone who's coming in? Do you guys usually try and do obviously Corona has made that really, really tough, but during the regular time, if somebody comes in, do you guys offer demos? Do you have sort of like preset activities that someone would normally do? What's it like for a customer who's visiting the Mexico showroom for the first time?
Well, we do have like different saved jobs in the software. So we actually ask them what they wanna work.
So if they want to work with acrylic or plastics, we get a job from Job Control and then we start demonstrating.
Oh, sorry.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, we just lost a mic there.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah, there you are.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
So we demonstrate the machine. We show them how the machine works, and after we get the application done, so our customer can, get different questions during the time we're demonstrating, and then we have like technicians we have Alberto also helping us with, designing because sometimes they don't know how to design. So we have him in order for us to help them.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
So when they come in, they're really impressed. Also.
I was going to say earlier, and it's no offense to Miguel, but I think if I had the opportunity to do a seminar at any Trotec, I might choose the Mexico Trotec. If
I don't
only
want to
just
do stress with you anymore.
I understand, brother. I understand, but tell me you wouldn't choose the
Fire
same
him.
thing. I knew you would. We're dissolving the partnership. I mean, the thing is, right?
You're gonna be my host now.
I think, yeah. Well, listen, I host the Laser Jam.
Hey,
I think one of the best things about working for Trotec, and I say this from a place of privilege. Certainly, I'm very fortunate, but I think it's always so cool to me to see not only the way that different designers express themselves, so both in terms of our customers, but then also the way that changes geographically. So that the sort of pieces that Alberto would do and the sort of inspiration that he would have working at a Trotec Mexico would be entirely different than Miguel would have, and be entirely different than what you would see at Trotec USA. I mean, every Trotec has its own sort of flavor a little bit. So in the same way that Lev was showing before that gold downy stained glass, right? You wouldn't find that necessarily in any other Trotec. I mean, it would maybe be weird to find it in another Trotec, but no matter what Trotec you go to, if you have a Trotec near you and you're interested at all, I totally suggest you go down and check out a demo. Because I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, there's no obligation, but if you're at all interested in lasers, the only way maybe to find out if your application or if your idea might work with a laser is to get to go down and work with a talented person like Miguel or Alberto and maybe have them run you through how they might try and do it. So, again, I feel very, very privileged to get to work with all you guys and get to see the different, the way that people in all of our different offices are inspired to make different things. What are we looking at, Lev?
I don't know what he's doing.
But
5 different colors here too.
But at the same time, I would also encourage. I'm trying to focus. Try harder. The other thing I was going to say is sort of going along with that is I'm always inspired by the way that people who watch our streams maybe come up with really, really cool ideas. So if you have a laser already and are doing something that is unique and is special and is creative, I really hope you'll share that with us. Whether you do the same sort of projects that we do, or whether you do your own really cool thing like Amy or Thomas or a lot of the very, very talented people that we have who watch our streams. I hope you'll share it with us on Instagram. I hope you share it with us on Twitter and tag us, and we'd be very happy to check that stuff out. We get so much inspiration from seeing the things that you guys do. And in terms of, how we come up with future projects and different things we want to try, that's absolutely one of our first sort of ports of call. I have to check in with Miguel here really quick because I'm so curious. I can see that he's getting the Peacock ready for the laser. What you're seeing here is a man who's bitten off just enough. Not more than he can chew, viewers, but just enough.
You never do that, dude. Where are you taking that from?
It's not the 1 hour Rayjet easy. It's not the 1 hour Rayjet, Miguel walk in the park.
So these two are going to be orange because I said so.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the Miguel I know. And that way you're also actually going to match some of the colors that Alberto and Scarlett are using.
Yep. I'll try.
Did you guys copy off each other's notes? How is this happening? Everybody's doing elephants. This sounds like Alberto was writing an essay and Miguel was sitting at the desk next to him, just like looking over his shoulder, trying to. I see elephant. I see blue. I see orange.
It's all coincidence.
Tell you what, really quick, what you did.
Miguel, remember that yesterday you was sending me emails and asking me about what I would do.
I knew it. You knew it.
Yeah. Come on, Miguel. Say the truth. No, it's not true.
Thank you, Alberto. Really quick, while you guys are working here, just at the very end, I'm gonna pop over. I put together a little ROI for you that I will show you just really quickly. Again, all these numbers, and I always want to stress this, all these numbers are just meant to kind of give you an idea of, if you were starting a small business, or if you were wanting to attempt a product like Miguel or like Alberto and Scarlett are making right now, what might be some of the things that you would look at. This set of numbers is kind of general, but at least for Canada, it should give you sort of an idea of how you might look at calculating. So if you're looking at the materials for what Miguel's making right now, so for a single color of acrylic, let's say, for example, on that first piece, you might be looking at about $8 or $9. And then if we were offering like a $40 an hour sort of labor time or opportunity time, whatever it might be, for 15 minutes, it's about, let's say, $10. Because obviously, if this is a design that you've come up with and you want to run multiple times, at 15 minutes of laser time, that's not such a big deal. That gives you a total cost of about $18, $50, $19. We can take a quick look at Etsy here in a minute if you like. I can show you some of the stuff that we use for inspiration. And one of the reasons that we were kind of looking at this particular example is that, and I will show you. So we were talking about this earlier. Oh, wow, that's fantastic. That's so cool.
Let's hope that I don't break this. Oh my God. Almost.
Wow, Alberto, that looks fantastic.
I'm sorry.
That's great. Man. You guys have to send me like a high quality photo of that or send it to us, because that came out looking fantastic. Hold on, I think you guys are muted. Hold on. There we go. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
I think it looks great. Yeah, we've got, so people are saying like, wow, whoa. That looks fantastic. Miguel, no pressure. That looks so good.
Miguel, you're muted.
Let me ask you, if you were gonna scale that up to a larger size, would you make any change to it, or would you keep it the same? Would you add more inlays, fewer inlays? Would there be any change you would make if you wanted? I'm thinking about those big, beautiful wall pieces that we saw during the video. If you were going to do something at that scope and scale, would there be any change to the way you would go about it, or same basic thing?
It's the same. The truck, maybe the machine, I need a large format.
Yes.
Machine. But it's the same.
That is really, really cool, you guys. I'm so glad. That's awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. We were so lucky to get to have you guys here today with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe it's the first time, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we'll be very happy to have you back, like 100% in the future. There's no question about it in my head.
Your mic is off.
You can hear Lev shouting in the background.
Yeah, because my mic was off.
I shut it off because you were breaking things.
Almost.
Miguel, do you need a Scarlett?
Sorry?
He does. He needs, yes. Fly her up here, and we will.
I still have to cut like 5 different pieces of acrylic so I can do the tail. But I'm taking these little pieces here.
Can you show where you're at right now? Do you have like a little tiny, like a sneak peek at what might be to come?
Yeah, let me just take out the small pieces, and then I'm gonna. It's like 80% already done. Just need the final piece. Left. I'm gonna show here.
We're getting some "just don't break the peacock" comments. So I want you to just please be careful. Oh, really, really nice comments. Very creative.
It's kind of green.
Thumbs up. That's beautiful, man. Really well done.
Yeah. It's really nice.
It's really pretty.
Not over yet. Okay, so shiny. Let's go.
Tell you what, I'm gonna call it at time here, brother. I'm gonna call it right now, and I'm gonna get you to come back and show us the finished piece on Instagram later this week, or possibly even on Facebook or Twitter or all the different cool places that we post.
Okay.
But I know that it is very possibly a very different time of day in Mexico right now, and I'm not about to ask. It could be midnight there, and these guys have been up all day.
That's because they're in Japan, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're in Brussels with Thomas. I wanted to thank you, Alberto and Scarlett, so much again for being here with us today. We will be very, very excited to have you on with us again in the future. There is no doubt in my mind. I would really love to. Well, we can talk about. I'm already brainstorming some ideas of like, passing
Sure.
design countries, doing all these cool things that would be exciting in the future. But again, I want to say thank you so much. If you guys are in Mexico or planning to be visiting Mexico and you would like to visit the Mexican showroom, look it up on Google, find out where it is. No matter how much effort you put into finding it, I guarantee it will be worth it. The team down there, as you can see, are not only talented, but they are really friendly and sweet. And we're so kind to come on today and do this crazy 1 hour foolishness on the internet.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Don.
Roberto.
We are so happy to work with Toronto, Canada.
We are so thrilled to have you. If you guys are interested in what you've seen today, do not hesitate to shoot us an email, reach out to your local Trotech, and we will be back again next week on Wednesday. Same laser time, same laser channel, all that good stuff. So you can always find us. We look forward to seeing you then.
Absolutely.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you so much, Don.
For sure.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.